today is Tuesday. Today's video is going to be about long distance relationships. My view on long distance relationships are that they can absolutely work, and there's no doubt about it that they can work. There's just a couple things that I think make long distance relationships really work, and there's some things that I think really can harm long distance relationships or relationships in general. So I've had a couple kind of long distance relationships with friends, with family members. Okay, that sounds really wrong. Let me just put this out here that long distance relationships don't always have to be like a couple like in love kind of relationship that you guys are probably thinking about. So I have been in a couple long distance relationships. I'm doing a couple right now, which kind of sounds a little wrong. I swear it's not like that. I am far away from home. I have no family members here. A lot of my friends are back home. My mom is back home. That's a long distance relationship. Best friends are back home too, although there is a couple nearer to me right now, but I still do have a couple friends back home, so that's a long distance relationship in itself. As I've gone through a couple like long distance relationships, some things that work for me and might not work for you, but they might work for you too, are one, honesty and communication are super important in building a strong relationship and also building a lot of trust. You gotta be honest with the other person, you know, let them know what's up, what's not up. Number two is, to the next thing after honesty and communication, is trust. You gotta be able to trust the other person. And now this comes with my kind of personality that I just trust people way too easily. And that definitely has its downfalls, and it has in the past for me. But I think for the most part, I am pretty happy with trusting people really easily. And I don't know, it really probably doesn't work for a lot of people, but it might for some people. But yeah, for me, I kind of just eliminate the thought of any like iffiness with the other person. Like I probably, unless there's like an explicit time where it's like, oh my god, I know that they're like cheating or whatever, like it's obvious right there. But other than that, I really try not to let those thoughts enter my mind, because it encourages just negative problems in the entire relationship. I'd rather be able to trust them, give them my 100%, you know, trust in them too, and give them the benefit of the doubt. And if they have to tell me something, if something's going on, I want them to be able to tell me. I want them to feel like they're able to tell me, rather than me snooping around and being like all sneaky and stuff, and then the relationship just becomes really like rocky and just not on point. But of course, I've had my moments, who hasn't, where they feel a little iffy about the relationship and they're like worried about, oh my god, are they gonna leave me? Like, oh god, what did I do and stuff. So I totally understand it. Next thing that I think really helps long distance relationship is communication, as I said earlier, but in terms of like Skyping, messaging, letters, emails, just really being able to talk to the person, because you're not able to talk to them on a normal basis kind of, because there's time difference and stuff. You're being able to say what you really want to say in that short amount of time, because you never know what's going to happen next. You don't know if something bad's going to happen. You don't know if the internet connection is gonna go away. Like the little things, like internet connection, bad telephone service, the little things sometimes really mess up a relationship like that. Life is too short to hold back, and let people know how you feel. I really probably should take my own advice sometime, but it's hard sometimes, I get it. This is just what I try to remind myself to do too. The last thing that really helps a long distance relationship is the love and the passion. You both gotta be invested in the relationship, and I don't mean like obsessed with each other, but I mean you both gotta want to fight for the relationship at the end of the day. You both have to want to be really passionate about the relationship and love and like the other person a whole lot, because if it's only one-sided, then it's uneven, and it's really hard on the one person that's really trying to fight for the relationship, I suppose. Some other tips I think that are important are, remember that like in any relationship, the other person does have a life out of the relationship. I think it's important to allow them to have space and to kind of let them go do their own thing, because they have hobbies, they have jobs, they have stuff to do outside of the relationship. And I mean, I don't mean neglect the whole relationship. I think that it's important because it keeps them happy, because it's what they're passionate about and what they like doing, And I think a good balance between the relationship and their lives, like your personal lives and stuff, is a really good thing and just helps the whole cycle of life and love. So yeah, those were a couple tips on how long distance relationships can work. You know what? I haven't been in many relationships for that matter, so maybe I'm doing something wrong, but these are just things that I kind of try to remind myself to do. And yeah, I do enjoy being able to keep these relationships up even though we're long distance. And I think you have to have a really positive attitude and see a great future for these kinds of things. And it's just like life in general. Having a bright outlook on the future really does help with the whole outcome. So I hope that it helped you, and I hope that all your relationships, love interests, family, friends, all of them work out well. I will see you guys tomorrow. Stay positive, stay beautiful.